morning, guys and gals. Thanks for tuning in again here on Hook, Line, and Singer. I'm Bob Sellers, your host and resident singing fisherman. I'm back in the kitchen today. As you can see, I'm going to be making some delicious plum jelly. The Lord blessed us this year. Frost got probably 90% of our plums, but the 10% that was left is actually a pretty good bounty. Now, let me tell you real quickly about who we are. You're just here watching a little plum jelly making video. I'm Bob. My channel is Hook, Line, and Singer, as you can tell. It's named that because I like to fish and also sing. I sing gospel music, Christian music, full-time, professionally. I've been doing that now for about 20 years. And in my spare time, I do all kinds of stuff. Mostly fish, and that's what most of my videos are here. But camping, cooking, shooting, hunting, that sort of thing. But we always bring honor and glory to our Savior, Jesus Christ. Listen, even if you're just watching a plum jelly making video and that other stuff doesn't really interest you, it'd do me a lot of good if you would just at least click the thumbs up button. If you want to subscribe, that wouldn't hurt my feelings as well. And be sure to share this video. Listen, whatever you do, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching. Let's get to making some plum jelly. Here's how I do it. Y'all excuse my dirty kitchen today. What we're going to have to do first to extract this plum juice is to boil our plums. But what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of separating. I picked all these, most of them off the ground. We had a big storm came through last night, and there were several on the ground this morning, and there were a lot on the ground yesterday evening in the sun, and they don't have to be there long in the hot June Alabama sun to start really accelerating that ripening process. So these have started getting soft. That's what we want for this plum jelly. And these that are still really firm, don't have any bird pecks or anything like that in it, I'm setting aside in this basket here. Gonna let those get a little bit riper. Well, they may not survive because between my dad and I, we may eat them, but oh, they're so good. So good. So what I'm gonna do is just barely cover these in water, and then we're gonna get them boiling. Oh yeah. This is a big boiler. I don't know exactly what size it is, but there's probably gallon and a half of plums in there. I don't know how much juice that's going to yield. We're going to find out. It's good right there. Almost covered. This is my old-fashioned juicer. That's what I'm going to be using to extract the juice out of these plums. It's kind of a fun process. And so we're going to be left with a bunch of pulp, and we're going to strain that pulp through some cheesecloth, which is going to leave us with nice, wonderful, totally clear plum juice. And that's what we're going to turn into jelly simply by adding some Sure Gel and a lot of sugar. When you're boiling these, don't let your pot run over like I just let mine and get plum juice all over your stove. Don't worry, darling. I will clean it up before you get home. Hey. I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid. All right, you can see these have begun to bust. They're boiling good. Just gonna stir and do what I can to help separate. Soften these up real good. Separate the pits. Get all that pulp and good juice going. Doesn't really look like juice now, but it's going to be juice. All the peelings have come off of them. Just kind of mash them against the side of your pot as you can. We're going to let this continue on And shortly, we're going into our juice strainer. Well, these have been boiling a while. The pulp and the seeds and the peeling, of course, seem to have all separated. That's what you want. In fact, let me bring the camera over here and show you all what we have at this point. Just a mixture of pulp and peeling, and the seeds or pits are probably in the bottom mostly. But now we're going to reduce this down to just pure juice. I'm going to carefully pour some of this into my strainer. Key word, carefully. I don't know what this is called. We're going to take it, just give this mixture that number right there. See how it going through the little holes in this deal? Squeezing all that good pulp and juice through there. Easy as that. Discard and repeat until you're done with all of your plums. Now we're at the point now, I've poured out the last of my pulp and juice and peels and seeds out of the boiler. I wanted to show y'all that. That's almost all the seeds right there. So we're done. We've got all of these plums juiced. Let me show you what it looks like at this point. Yeah, here's our juice. I don't know how much that is or how much it's going to yield when I strain it, but as you can see, that's a lot better than it was when we had all that peeling and pulp and seeds in there. We got a lot of juice now. Next step is to strain it through some cheesecloth. This is cheesecloth, by the way. You can find this at any dollar store or Walmart or anything like that. I'm going to open it up and get it. See how big it is? You can strain through it as thick or thin as you'd like. Yeah, that's what a single layer looks like. It's just got some pretty good size gaps in it. We don't want that. We want to, there it is, doubled. I'm going to go through 4 layers. Tell you what would be perfect if I had like a rubber band or a zip tie to put around that. Hey, now I'm using my head. Stay tuned. Put it right through here. It's actually quite good. Leave plenty of room for it to sag a little bit, like so. Let's strain some plum juice. Just pour it real slowly. Don't want to run it over. That's about it. And then let gravity do the work. It's dripping. Slowly but surely it'll go. And you can help it along a little bit. Take your wooden spoon or something. And just kind of want to scrape that meat off of the sides a little bit. That'll just help facilitate that juicing going down. But this requires a little patience. Biggest thing is you're just going to have to wait. I'm just going to take a ladle here and kind of gently, gently, gently press on that pulp. Make sure we get as much of that good juice through there as possible. I'm going to go ahead and do another pour now. My goodness, do y'all have these wherever you are? These come off of, we have one tree in my front yard. My grandfather planted it many years ago, and they are just so big and juicy. Right there. Still firm, but a little pink. That's perfect for eating. In fact, I can't resist. I'm about to pop this one in my mouth. You take one big bite, the juice just explodes, and you just eat everything away and dispose of the seed. And man, high in fiber, great for you. Wonderful, wonderful plums. Thank the Lord, and thanks, Granddaddy. Wanted to show y'all this. My jug here is getting almost to 3 quarts, so it's come up into the strainer. So I just gathered this cheesecloth up, and I just put a couple real easy twists on it, and I'm just going to hold it here for a little while longer. You can really see how that good juice just drips out of there. It's going to make some mighty fine jelly. I have almost 1 gallon of good, pure plum juice from those beauties right there. And another kitchen tip for you while you're waiting on your juice to filter through that cheesecloth is a good opportunity to clean up the stove, your wife's stove that you messed up. Our next step is to add the proper amount of Sure Gel, which makes it jelly, and lots of sugar. Pour into sterilized glass jars, put on a lid, seal them, drop them down in some boiling water, canning solution. And for that, I'm calling in reinforcement. My mom, Helen, it's her first appearance here on Hook, Line, and Singer TV. She's got the canning equipment. She's the canning expert. So we've made it down to Nana's kitchen. We've got our juice prepared. All we got to do is boil it now. Add our pectin, our Sure Gel I use, and lots of sugar. Let me show y'all our juice. Pure plum juice right there. That's a little over 3 quarts. And I've got about 3 cups here that's got a little pulp in it, so that'll be kind of a little bit jammy. I'm down here with the canning expert. Mom, you're gonna make your debut on Hook, Line, and Singer TV. She said, no, not the way I look.
I look awful.
Isn't she beautiful?
No.
All right, we have batch number 1 in the pot. That is 5.5 cups of our prepared juice. Nana is measuring out 6.5 cups of sugar. We're gonna mix in or stir in our Sure Gel. Let me show y'all what I use. There's other products out there, but always use that right there. Sure Gel Original. The recipe is 5.5 cups of juice to 6.5 cups of sugar and 1 pack of the Sure Gel. Oh, will you be my camera person in a minute? Just get over here on this side. And just show it stirring. Just gonna stir in our Sure Gel. This is before you turn the heat on. Stir it in our sugar gel, just until it's dissolved. I think it is. And now we're gonna turn our heat on high.
Okay.
Optional, you got a half teaspoon of butter or margarine. We'll drop that down in there. It helps you foam in just a little bit. We're gonna bring this to a full rolling boil. That is a boil that doesn't stop when stirred. On high heat, we'll stir it constantly. Then we're gonna stir in our sugar, the entire 6½ cups, all at one time. Bring that to a full rolling boil and boil it exactly 1 minute. I don't know why, but I'm telling y'all, this stuff is important. Soon as 1 minute is up, take it off the heat. Here we go. We got smoke going here. I got this on high heat, stirring it constantly, and we're gonna let that come to a rolling boil. As soon as this comes to a rolling boil, which won't be long, we're gonna dump our sugar in. All right, we got a full rolling boil in with the sugar all at one time. All right, keep stirring. And when this comes to a full rolling boil, we're gonna let it go for 1 minute. My goodness, this stuff is smoking so much, it's hard to tell what it's doing in there. Uh-oh, we got more help. That's the plum grower.
That's it. I'm gonna go bathe.
Y'all know Pop. Pop's said he was going to bathe. It's not even Saturday, is it?
We got revival.
Ooh, it's so pretty. We're to our rolling boil, and we've got our timer set for 1 minute. We are almost ready to pour up some plum jelly. Goodness gracious, that's hot. Woo! Timer went off, and we just took it off the heat. And there is our jelly. Let's pour it up. I think you want to get it to about a ½ inch from the rim. You can tell me when, Nana. Kind of when it gets to the curve. About like that? Yeah. All right. Nana's going to go ahead and put a lid on it and tighten it down with a ring. Don't burn yourself. None of that jar's hot. Nanas have tough hands. Let's get another one poured.
Come on. Okay.
Here is the finished result. Well, Nana, isn't that pretty?
It's beautiful.
That's the prettiest colored I think I've ever made.
And it's gonna be good.
Ah, hope and pray it is. You tasted it?
I tasted it.
Uh-oh. Nana says she tasted it and it's good.
It's good.
It meets Nana's approval. That means it's good.
Right.
Woo! Plum jelly. That's as easy peasy.
Plum good.
Plum good. Plum good. Makes 5 pints. The way we did that. The most important thing is your ratios. 5½ cups of juice, 6½ cups of sugar, 1 pack of sugar gel, and ½ teaspoon of butter. Look at that. Look how pretty that color is.
Put that up. You're not going to need it.
All right, folks, back up here at my kitchen now. That's it. That's it. Plum jelly. It's just as simple as that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Just know wherever you are, God loves you, and so do I. And until next time, I will catch you or cook with you, do something with you later. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.